Hello there. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the course, Elements of Government. My name is Praise Fisayo Duile, and I'll be your facilitator for this course. We have divided this course into 4 modules: government and society, political ideologies and movements, the law, the state, and politics, lastly, governance and public administration. Over the next 12 weeks, there will be discussions, analysis, and dialogues on different topics and issues relating to politics, government, law, and society. We will begin with Module 1, Unit 1, which is the Introduction to Society and Government. Let's start by imagining what a society would look like without guidance or governance for a second. Any thoughts? How about this? Have you ever been in a situation of war or witnessed protests or riots? Take a moment to think about the 2022 EndSARS protests that occurred in Nigeria. Also, in 2020, the Black Lives Matter movement that gained momentum in USA. There's also the 2019 Hong Kong protest and the 2020 farmers protest in India. Do you have a sense of what this protest felt like? Scary, right? The bottom line is that a society without government is anarchy. Anarchy is derived from the ancient Greek word anarchos, meaning without rulers. Anarchy is defined as a state of disorder due to the absence or non-recognition of authority or other controlling systems. Usually, anarchy is associated with riots, looting, and mayhem. It will interest you to know that there are societies without governments. Can you imagine that? We'll learn more about this in the coming lessons. Now that we understand what a society without government means, you probably have many questions. Questions like, what is a society? Who and what constitutes a society? What is government? Why is government important? What is the correlation between society and government? Can there be a government without a society or vice versa? If any of these questions bother you, you are in the right class. You have asked the questions. Now let's answer some of them, okay? A simple way to explain society to a lay person is that it is made up of individuals who are social beings and are influenced by their social environment. It is for this reason that sociologists have tended to define society as a structure. Now, pause for a moment. Let's clarify. Sociology is the study of the relationship between society and individuals and how or why societies change over time. Now, let's take a look at what society is. As a concept, society refers to the structured relations and institutions that exist between individuals within a large community. Now, let's look at what a government is, which means a lot of things. In this discussion, I'll only mention 3 meanings of government. As we progress through the course, we will learn more about government and its characteristics. I want us to note the following 3 meanings of government. First, government is the authority that sets society's rules. Imagine what a society would look like without rules. Secondly, a government is an organization that exercises control over others. It is quite unacceptable to do what we like without considering how others will be affected by it. Thirdly, government is the method by which a society is governed. We will realize later that there is no one method of ruling a society because around the world there are different practices like democracy, autocracy, monarchy, and other methods that you will learn later. Generally, a government is a system or a group of people governing an organized community. Let's break this down further. Government involves a set of institutions and a body of actors who determine how and to what extent society's affairs are shaped and directed. Additionally, we must keep in mind that the function of the government relies on the level of participation and input it gets from its citizens. When you hear the word government, do you automatically think politics? Well, this is a common misconception and we will distinguish it, okay? A government is not necessarily the same as a territorial organization that bears the name state. As a political entity, a state is a group of people or other units that are organized for mutual benefit. A government, on the other hand, is responsible for ruling a state or a political subdivision. Essentially, a state is like a club and governments are its officers. The state is a political community that functions under a single system of government, whereas the government is the mechanism that controls the state. A state is like a permanent geographic area with its own laws and control, while the government of a state is temporary and can change over time. Let's recap what we've discussed so far, okay? We have learned that the concepts of society and government go hand in hand. In our lesson, we also learned that society could describe many kinds of human relationships, including small groups and large civilizations. To be effective, societies thrive on different rules, norms, values, and institutions that shape how they behave and how they interact with each other and their environment. What other way can you describe a government and a society? Leave your thoughts in the discussion forum. Thank you and see you in the next lesson. Bye.